Hello everybody, today you join me on board a very quiet Gaetano Levanti. This is actually an Arons of Wick vehicle and I'm on the route 914 today. Arons of Wick took over this service, in fact this week on Tuesday the 4th, Wednesday the 4th of December even, from Stagecoach, who used to operate the 77 service on the same route. This is actually a 60 plate Gaetano, I think it's FJ60 HXY, something like that, and it used to be National Express in Wales. It was painted in a Commonwealth Games livery, a gold livery to commemorate the 2012 or 10 Commonwealth Games, and this bus is now 13 years old. It's got a Volvo B9R engine, as you can hear in the background, and yeah, it sounds pretty healthy. I'm actually just heading towards Wick High School campus now, and we're actually going to town on this bus, and we're getting off that and we're going on a new Stagecoach route which they operate. So yeah, something else to mention on this, they have new ticketer machines, and they're like touchscreen. They put the card in the back of it, and as I've got a Young Scot card, I can just put that in the machine and it sort of, well, gets me a free ticket, same as on the Stagecoach bus, but it's a different ticket machine. It wasn't working on this vehicle, it's run out of batteries, believe it or not, but then again, reliable technology is never reliable. Right, I'll probably get a few more shots of this bus as we go around, and then, well, I guess I'll see you when we're at Wick Bus Terminal. Now the sun is out. Yes, it's January 2023, winter, and it's fall sun. That is just not right. And then in the middle of summer it rains. That is why I love Scotland. Anyway, now you join me in the beautiful purple shelter that is Wick Bus Terminal, and we're waiting for our next bus. We should see the 82 here as well. That isn't our next bus. Our next bus is actually the 80, a new service that has started, well, the 80's always been about. It's been about since like the 1980s, probably before that. But the 80 that now goes from John O'Groats, not John O'Groats, it goes from Thurso to John O'Groats and then John O'Groats to Wick. So they've sort of extended the route, and it runs 2 diagrams a day, 2 services there and back. And the one I'm catching is going to be at 12:43, but there is actually one on the network currently that's on its way in. That gets here at 12:56, and it's currently, let's see, professionally checking the time, it's 12:22 now, and my bus goes out at 12:43. So there's sort of 2 on the network at the same time, so one goes out before the other one comes in. Just to be as inconvenient as possible, they've done that. And also to mention, the 82 now comes here. I've probably mentioned it in a previous video, or a video after this I'll mention it in. But yeah, this bus is going to be incredibly scenic, as we're going to go up past Keith and Freswick and the hills and bumps and moors on the tops near John O'Groats. And then we're going to head down through May, through Gills, through Castletown and into Thurso, where we'll end this video. So yeah, I guess we'll just wait for the boss and I'll capture a few scenes on board. Hello everybody, you join me on a completely empty bus sitting at John O'Groats. Yes, this is 54130YX63NFY, and we've just sort of completed the first half or segment, so to speak, of the 80 route, all the way from Wick to Thurso via John O'Groats. Yeah, the driver's gone outside doing something, so I thought I'd record this segment while there's nobody on the bus, so yeah. What was I going to say? This bus originally started life as a CityLink bus on the 900, along with all the other vehicles that are based at Thurso Depot of the same type, so 54130-2137. They've got 8 of these vehicles, the Volvo B13 RT Plaxton Panther 2s, and yes, I do know that off the top of my head. Very interesting. Yeah, so they've got 8 of these vehicles at Thurso, and there's actually, let's think, 4, 5... 5 others, I think, in the Highland Fleet. 4 of them are operational, something like that. There's 120, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123. I think that's like 6. Anyway, however many there are, they're all nice vehicles, and this one, to say it's 63 reg and it's 10 years old, is not in bad nick. The seats are very sort of not worn, they're just nicely padded, let me say that, and it seems to have had a retrim at some point recently, maybe when it came up here, maybe when it finished with CityLink, I don't know, unless they are just its original seats and just nobody ever sits in them. Yeah, people just magically just stand up on these buses, do they? Yeah, it looks like it's had a retrim at some point. Anyway, we're sitting here for a couple of minutes now, I'll stop waffling and I'll let you enjoy the rest of the journey on the way to Thurso. I might get a couple of shots of the interior of the bus just now, just while there's nobody on it. Might as well embrace the moment. And just like that, we're back in the studio. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you had, then please like, subscribe and comment. And now we're just going to do a little bit of an overview of what's happened in the video. So the 914 service, the one that runs around Wick. Yes, indeed a very useful service, as it gets you, well, just not only around Wick, it gets you to John O'Groats as well on occasions, Keith and Bower Madden, I think on 2 trips a day. So people can go shopping and be convenient. As well, that bus goes to the airport and connects with the planes coming in from Aberdeen, the Eastern Airways flights. The 80 service, on the other hand, is also very convenient in the summertime. Not at this time of year, but in the summertime, I'm saying that route will be busier. At this time of year, I only saw, well, let's think. So there was me on that bus, and I saw 2 other people. A guy that went from Wick to Keith, and a person that got on, where did they get on? Let's think. They got on at the top of Barrack Hill, and they just went to Castletown. I think that's where they went. So yeah, not many people on that route at all, and a lot of gaps between there only being like 1 person or no people if I wasn't on the bus at one time. So yeah, in the summertime though, I think that route, if they put out timetables and actually advertise the route and maybe increase the frequency a couple and add more diagrams, that's what I'm saying, add like 2 more diagrams, so there's 4 runs there and back a day. I'm saying in the summertime they would make a bit of profit. Anyway, my roundup of this video is complete. I hope you've enjoyed. I certainly did. That was one of my favourite routes now, and I'm going to go as far as saying it is actually my favourite route. Now that X82 has, been, mothballed by no other service, because it's just not needed. The new 80 service from John O'Groats, not from John O'Groats, from Wick via John O'Groats to Thurso is now my favourite. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!